Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fetch Quest Podcast, where we talk about video games and more. I am your host, Guy, joined by my fellow co-host, Guts Body Pillow, Brewer,
Hey everybody.
and our face reveal for Connor!
Oh, Connor!
Hello, everyone. It's me, Connor.
So we have a little special episode for us today. We're going to be talking about couch co-op and local play. Why is it important? What's the fun of doing it? And why hanging out with your best pals in a physical space is just based.
That's it for Connor, man. I don't know about you. But, yeah, that's it for Connor. I consider best pal. I don't know about you, guy.
Okay, whatever. But first, we're going to talk about what exactly is couch co-op and local play. So the main difference between that and, say, online play is that when you're playing a multiplayer game, couch co-op and local play is stuff that you can do offline. So let's take, for instance, fighting games, for example. They have built-in local play slash couch co-op because multiple players can play different characters or the same characters in said fighting game and go against each other. Smash, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken all do this. If you're a fighting game, like, I feel like you kind of have to do this, because if you don't, you're screwed. Like, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. Especially for tournaments. Like, ain't no one want to come to your tournament if you can't do local play.
If you can't do oh my, wait.
Have to deal with online latency.
Imagine having to deal with, like, lag. Well, like, if it's specifically just an online fighter, and you have nothing but, like, the worst internet possible, and that's the only way to play it.
I'd end it all.
Like, the theory crafting there is incredible.
Yeah.
That'd be horrendous. But yeah, we were wanting to talk about it today, and it's nuances. So I wanna ask you guys something first before we get into a main topic here. What's our favorite couch co-op game, or something you're very fond of? I have one on the top of my head besides Smash Ultimate, because that's probably the biggest couch co-op I've ever done. But the one that means the most to me has to probably be either Borderlands 2 or Call of Duty World War II, because that was the Call of Duty game I put probably the most amount of time into, and I would always have my friends over back in middle school, and we would just play the hell out of that game. God, it was the shit back in the day.
Yeah, for me, I always grew up as a Nintendo boy, so most of my fond memories of couch co-op was either the Mario Bros games with my little brothers. I always loved playing with them, and then I'd say Mario Kart. Split screen co-op is still a lot of fun. Well, not co-op, but split screen is still a lot of fun to play.
Yeah,
play with friends.
Split screen is always hilarious, because I remember as kids, you would always get accused of cheating if you were to kill the person you're playing with.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at their screen. It's screen peeking.
Oh, I had a funnier one is games like GoldenEye, where people would have insane setups to split the screen up with cardboard and stuff, just so that you couldn't see their screen. It's you saw me, you looked at my screen, and then ran to the corner I was at.
It's so funny.
Because everyone does it at least once. No one is not guilty of it.
That's fair.
We've all done it.
No, we've all done it.
The only thing true in life is death, taxes, and screen peeking.
True!
Yes.
Oh, God. Connor, what about you? What is your favorite couch co-op?
Minecraft.
Yes.
It's all options.
I never had a bunch of I wasn't allowed to play shooters until I was in middle school, because violence, stuff like that. And I didn't own, and before it was 9th grade is when I really sort of got into actually getting a bunch of video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a lot of stuff like that, but my sister and I, and whenever I'd go over to one of my cousin's house, we'd always play split screen Minecraft and do that, and it's very fond memory. It was always really fun.
I remember with Minecraft as well, I didn't do split screen, but there's one time me and my brothers wanted to play together. So my room was the biggest one. We grabbed the rest of their TVs, set them up, set up the other consoles, because we all were playing on different consoles, PS4, Xbox, and I was Switch. and then we all play together in there, all like sitting next to each other. It's kind of fun. Like, I think that's something I kind of miss. Like, online is always going to be more convenient, especially when, you know, miles away, college, work, whatever life throws at you, splits you up. But it's still fun in a way to just like hook up a bunch of bullshit, figure it out, have some janky setup with some Mountain Dew and pizza, and then just have a fun ass time with your friends for hours.
I have a very fond memory of Minecraft, couch co-op, where I went to a friend Tyler's house for a birthday party. Not the Tyler you're thinking of, but a different one.
Thank God.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you, Tyler.
But the Tyler I'm thinking of, he had a Minecraft birthday party
Okay.
where we got on his Xbox and we would play in his world where he had like over 200 hours in.
Uh-huh.
So it was like a ginormous castle with like iron golems everywhere. And I was still like a little kid at this point, and I had no idea what the fuck an iron golem was. So like, I was like, giant naked villager!
I'm naked.
And this is like 8 or 9-year-old me at this point. And mind you, he's looking at my screen as well, like while we're playing. And he's just like, he sees me like killing his iron golems. It's like, oh no, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
They're evil.
They're evil. They're naked. They're coming towards me.
Vile naked villager, you will rue this day.
Vile streaker.
The day you minded your own business and I jumped you.
Put your cock away, please. But yeah, that's how I found out iron golems exist.
That's very funny. That's
Yeah.
very funny.
But yeah, no, those types of games, they're very fond, like childhood memories, because like you said, it's just like online's always going to be like the simplest and easiest way, but it's like when you're together with your friends, like doing the same thing in a video game or playing at the same time, it hits different. It really does.
Yeah, especially like when you get pissed at them in real life, I can just do this.
Exactly.
But, you know, online, I can't punch you online.
No bad attitude.
No, that
Just dox them.
punch the screen.
Find their address.
I have one coworker who was talking about how he used to dox people really hard, and the entire time I was gonna be like, man, that is really cool. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, so like, whenever you get mad at games, like, I don't know how you like find their IP address and stuff, but also a lot of house blueprints apparently you can just find online. So he would use that to go like, okay, are you in the, like, let's see, room to the right upstairs? Like, he was going on us, and I was like, man, that is really cool. Please, I want to stop training this guy. Let me go. Let me go. I should call in sick today.
Okay, I knew a lot is like more public knowledge than we thought, but like that's scary. Oh god.
Well, in a lot of neighborhoods, too, you know, houses have similar designs. They use, like, 1 of 3 designs, 1 of 4 designs.
Yeah.
Should we keep talking about this?
Maybe
It's so
not.
scary.
Don't dox us, please.
Well, I don't know the method how he exactly dogs people with like, their IP address and stuff. I just know he mentioned he used blueprints and stuff. I'm like, cool.
That's insane.
Cool. I'm gonna stop talking to you.
Oh god. One thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the lack of co-op in modern games.
Oh yeah.
Because the only games that I can think of off the top of my head that are like big that I feel like have couch co-op or support it are some of the Mario games, Smash Brothers,
Just Nintendo games.
Nintendo games.
Nintendo games.
Nintendo games have couch co-op.
It's mostly because Nintendo's servers are run on potatoes, so they don't even know how to run online competently.
Yeah, so they have to, for any multiplayer, you have to do it on couch, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it to be fun. Dude, and like,
It's
a great example of this, of like them slowly sort of trying to, not like remove it fully, but of it just being lesser than it used to be, is actually Mario Wonder.
Oh yeah.
At least online, especially online. But, you know, because everyone knows in 3D World the absolute insanity the co-op is and how toxic it can get.
There's the new Super Mario Bros. Games as well.
Those
You
two,
can
there's
throw your friends.
Yeah, those can also be pretty toxic, but 3D World especially. And for some reason, from Wonder, you can't pick up your friends anymore. can't do that. And then for the online co-op, you can't even interact with them. Like they're just ghosts and stuff like that.
I think the only way you could actually kind of interact with them in local co-op now is like if there's a block you're pushing, you could push them into that to kill them.
And then you can also jump through them to res them if they die.
But that's not as funny. I don't
know
know
exactly.
people.
That's why it's a problem. Or not a problem, but that's why I just feel like it's not as good as it used to.
2D Mario games should be about becoming the villain.
Yeah,
not
like
being the
one
hero.
of my favorite. I love watching like very long videos, like Let's Play channels that'll do very long videos of like their 3D World playthrough
Mhm.
because it's so funny. Like examples, Game Grumps' 3D
yeah,
World
yeah,
playthroughs.
Theirs is good.
That was very funny. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Party Crashers, they're also did a great, very funny video of their 3D World playthrough. It's just sort of a thing like any Let's Play co-op channel does,
Yeah,
because it's just such a great co-op game, and it sort of like makes me sad that one doesn't sort of have that same feel.
Yeah, that kind of.
Like, it's still a great game. Undoubtedly so. I haven't played it, but from stuff I've seen, it looks amazing.
Yeah, that is like a talking point. It's like a lot of like big games where like their previous entries didn't or did have couch co-op or local play. They're moving away from it.
I think Halo was a big one because like people loved hooking up. Like I think I mentioned before, hooking up a bunch of TVs to play with each other. That was Halo. Like people did that all the time for Halo. But I think they've been taking away that in the newer games, like couch co-op,
Yeah, here's a really weird
or
one.
split screen.
Here's a really weird one for me. Borderlands 3.
Really?
Hear me out. This is a weird fucking story I have about this game.
Okay, I'm interested.
The game was buggy as fuck on release.
Okay, so like every other game.
It's still buggy now, but like
Okay.
there was a scene in the game where you encounter a character for the first time named Vaughn. He was a character from the Tales of the Borderlands series.
Okay.
My game would always crash to that cutscene, by the way. I don't know why, but that wasn't the only thing wrong with that game. That was supposed to be patched, but this is the real one for me. I had a friend over one time, and she and I were trying to play Borderlands 3 on split screen because I was like, okay, I have a really cool idea. Let's play Borderlands 3. It's a fun game. I've been playing it recently. Second one was split screen. I'm assuming the third one's gonna be split screen. Little to my surprise, when I load the game up, it on the UI it says if I'm remembering correctly, it gives you the option to do 2-player, but you can't do it. Not only that, but when you load the game up, it'll only show one player character. But guess what? Both controllers can control the same character that you're looking at.
That's terrible.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Like, there's a reason why whenever, like, in Smash Brothers, when someone's trying to choose a stage, that's why people don't try to move the cursor. Because that's so annoying having to deal with someone controlling your inputs.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. If I could control your character in Smash, I would make you kill yourself all the time.
I know you would.
And it would be so much fun.
I know you would.
And it would be awesome.
Now, don't always control his character, just at the worst moment. It's like, oh, you're going for a sick combo, you're dropping it.
No, not only dropping it, or your edge guarding like, nope!
Oh, what was that? You accidentally used your double jump, now you're killing yourself. Be toxic. No, I think one reason for the thing you mentioned, Guy,
Yeah.
is I think a lot of them, they just don't want to put in extra work for it, because, like, when the main focus is going to be the online mode, like, why would you put time and resources into split screen to, like, make sure the aspect ratio is good for both players, just figuring out where the UI elements are going to go, even programming it in itself. But also, like, if you want two people to play together, instead of having to have them, like, just, you have one console, one copy of the game, two controllers, why not make it where they need two copies of the game instead? So, like, instead of, like, sharing the same game with split screen, no, you gotta go buy that same game again so you guys can play together.
Money incentive, yeah.
Yeah, so there's probably incentive to there as well.
But it's so weird for me because Borderlands as a series has, like, one of their trademark things is that they are some of the best games to play in couch co-op. Because you can play through the entirety of the game in a session like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a bit
Which
unfortunate.
sucks because I'm pretty sure they patched it in later for Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that just showed that they didn't really
They didn't care.
they didn't care as much, and that sucks because people had to complain about something they were known for them to add it back in, and that was that's when it really showed me that the Borderlands series just kind of fell off there. With three was a big one.
I know 3 just had a lot of problems in general. I found it in a 5 and below, for Christ's sakes. That's why I have a brand new sealed copy on my shelf. Not because I played the other Borderlands, but because I just found it in a 5 and below.
It's a great game, by the way. I love Borderlands 3, but we'll play it with a grain of salt.
Issues compared to the first two.
Yes.
I have it as well because it was part of PlayStation. The PlayStation Plus, you can download a free game
Yeah.
thing. So
That's fair, but when you see a physical copy that they had to print that shit on and then ship out to
Yeah.
stores, but it obviously just got bought up in bulk by 5 and below and being sold, that tells you something.
yeah,
Because the other games I see at 5 and below are 2K games from the previous years. Garbage, god awful games you don't want to touch. Or just the same repetitive shit with sports games.
Yeah, like bargain bins.
Yeah,
and
Martin
stuff.
bargain bin games.
yeah.
Oh wait, you can play the Madden and FIFA games in couch co-op.
Mods, kill guy.
Bailiff, smack him in the face. Please.
Jesus.
But I was gonna say if we're talking about co-op and stuff like that, we gotta talk about fighting games.
Oh yeah.
I mean, recently yesterday, we played a bunch of MVC3 on your computer, and
It was
fun.
so good.
It was pretty fun.
So
yeah.
fun. I still can't believe Virgil has his own theme when he just enters stage.
Is he the only character? I'm pretty sure he's the only
No,
character.
he's not. I heard the theme change when other characters would come on screen.
Yeah.
It's very. The only reason you notice it's Virgil is because it's so different to every other.
It's such a
track.
tone change.
Yeah, that's why you notice Virgil.
But that's
his aura just as well as he's about to match. The other players are about to mash A and B.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
because he's perfect. He's
Oh,
such a
look at my
boss.
long sword. That's very safe. So quick.
It is
Ah.
Virgil, the Sephiroth of MVC3.
Yes.
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 But with the
But better.
but with the frame data of Sheik and Smash. Yes.
Exactly.
But actual damage too compared to she.
Exactly. But God, that's a good example. It's fighting games are a big one when it comes to couch co-op. They're one of the few games I feel like they have to have couch co-op now.
Yeah. Now, if you don't have it, your fighting game deserves to die.
Well, especially with how crap some onlines can be.
Even with an Ethernet cable, you can still have issues.
Yeah, I use for Street Fighter 6. I always use an Ethernet cable on my PlayStation. Even then, I'll still have issues with lag and stuff like that. But
Just because high-speed internet is not at the point
It's
where
not,
you can
yeah.
completely rely on it.
And-
I still think it's gonna be another decade or two before
Yeah.
everyone has super reliable high-speed internet.
I'll be in my 30s. No.
yeah,
We're gonna be old.
but the thing with fighting games, what I was gonna say is offline and online for some games are completely different. Smash Ultimate, great example. I hate playing online Smash because it's laggy. It's so laggy. I mean, I hate playing it anyway because I usually play it with Guy, and Guy makes me want to kill myself. But it still is. But still, when we've been playing offline Smash this weekend, we've been hanging out, and it's so much better because I can actually input moves and do combos and tech whenever I need to tech.
Dude, I never play online Smash unless if it's with arenas with friends because it's fighting randoms.
I mean, I never played either.
Oh my god, you're going to go against the laggiest Sonic known to man who's just gonna camp you the entire time.
Once I hit Elite Smash with every character, I drop that game.
I'm gonna
instantly.
press the left stick, and then I'm gonna try to move forward. And freaking Joker's gonna be moving 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
For a fighting game, a modern fighting game, I feel like you have to have two things. You have to have one, you have to have couch co-op. That's a requirement for sure.
Yeah,
good or decent gameplay. Well, I guess technically three things: good or decent gameplay,
I mean, that,
or three.
the game needs to be good, man. I
Yeah.
would never guess.
Or
A good fighting game needs to have good gameplay.
Wow.
I would have never guessed.
And
That's some insight there.
and three, you need a half decent online.
Rollback netcode
Rollback
is
netcode.
mandatory now. I do not care.
I hate that Smash Ultimate is such a fucking amazing game, and the thing that's holding that game back
Is
from
developer issues.
it's developer issues. It's lack of online support and lack of patches. But that's for a completely separate video. But yeah, the online needs to be good. And like
Well, sad thing too with Smash, it almost did have rollback netcode. Like Sakurai was considering it, but they had trouble implementing it. Which my guess is it probably worked just fine for like 2 characters with no items. But they probably tried to make sure it would work with like 8 characters on screen with a million assist trophies up, like worse conditions. So they're like, nah, can't implement it.
Yeah, I mean, like when you've got like you've got ice climbers, you've got like Pokemon trainer, you've got like a bunch of items, assist trophies, Pokeballs. You've got like huge, super flashy items like the one giant laser, the 3-piece laser.
stuff that requires a lot of RAM and CPU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
final smashes as well that like don't cause cutscene, but like you can still move in. during
Yeah,
them, so,
like
those
the-
are yeah.
the charge ones like Rob, Samus, Meat Gunner, I
Snake.
guess. Snake's also a good one.
Yeah, no, that it's so weird. But it's like going back, I can see what you're talking about, but like it lagging. But it's like that's just a testament to how good Smash is that there's still a player base now. Because even though it's like the online is terrible, like there have been mods put in to
Melee. Well, you're saying even like with Battle Line or no online, Melee literally had no online, but people modded the game.
Oh yeah, so they Slippy, yes,
Slippy,
yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's oh my god, that's a story in and of itself. But the thing is that like the fighting games are so hard to like survive if they don't have good online. There are fighting games right now that are just dead because you can't play them online. Primarily old games like
Yeah.
a lot of the Tekken games. Street Fighter surprisingly no, because it gets a lot of re-releases. Like we got Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3 re-release recently. We're
MVC2's online better be good. People have been
Yeah.
asking for the game for a while. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
yeah, that game's coming back. There's a lot of reason as to why people play online now. Like this just goes back into like what we were talking about earlier with how online just makes everything easier, but it's kind of required now.
Well, I mean, with like
Yeah.
how much bigger the internet has gotten and how much more access people have to the internet, it's very much required. Like when I was grown up, I didn't have a phone or steady access to an internet until like middle school.
I didn't even-
7th grade.
I remember when I first got the internet, like, I had Pokemon White growing up, right? You know, remember how there was, like, a mystery event skips usually when the game came out? You get, like, a mythical? I wanted to get Victini really bad. The thing is, though, you had to connect to a Wi-Fi router to get the special ticket to take you to the place online. My family didn't actually have internet at the time because, like, it wasn't really all that necessary. So, eventually, when we did get a router, I still wasn't able to get it. The event ended.
Dang.
But yeah, it's just. But now that's like everyone having like even like shitty internet, like just having any internet connection at all is like basically mandatory
Yeah.
these days.
It's
Especially with the amount of remote work that's going up, applying online.
yeah.
It's
It's,
just-
I mean,
Life.
like Google, even like stuff like Google, where you have like any information you could ever have. Like it's very necessary, I'd say, because I mean, a great example, your brothers, they have tablets and access to the internet already. And they're
Yeah.
they're 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely do understand the reason why people are moving, like developers are moving towards more internet-based stuff, but I don't think that means that you should abandon.
It's not just one or another. Like
Yeah.
online definitely is the way to go. Like if you had to choose one or another. But I still think there is something worth keeping them together. Because it's still so much fun to
Well,
like
because if
play
you-
Mario Party in person locally.
It's so much
Screw your friends up,
fun.
look them dead in the eyes, as I curse you with the dice block and
But you
press
didn't.
the A button.
Well, you didn't do that. The CPU did that to me.
The CPU did hate you last night.
Bro does not have good luck with Mario Party.
For context, I had one of the worst Mario Party games I've ever had last night, and I almost won, surprisingly, because I somehow got all 3 bonus stars. But the only reason I didn't win is because I got my star stolen from Bowser, and I didn't think I was going to get all those bonus stars.
You had 0 stars for the longest.
I had
right?
0
Most of the
stars.
game.
I had 0 stars from turn 1 to turn 18.
Yeah,
It was insane.
it was very funny, especially because the game kept taking away all your coins. Like you had the most coins, but at the same time you couldn't actually spend them because they kept taking it away.
Because I either got them stolen by the CPU or I'd waste them because I was trying to. We were playing on Peach's birthday cake, the worst board in the game.
I hate that board. It was so bad.
That was the
I
first
told
time
you
you-
guys it was gonna
Hey,
be
we
bad.
had never played it before, so like that's our defense.
Yeah.
We had never played it. We just wanted to play it once.
But now we've experienced
know.
it, and now we know it is.
it sucks ass. It's awful.
It's so
Bad.
bad.
Awful.
It's terrible.
God awful board.
And the reason like Peach's birthday cake sucks is because there are these event spaces on the board.
Mhm.
And if you land on them, you have the choice of planting for 30 coins. You can plant a big piranha plant, and if someone lands on that, steals a star. Because it's only 2 spaces and it's split out. So, like, you have to be insanely lucky in order to land on those.
I think too, it would help more if we also did like longer turns in the game. Like if we had a 25 turn game maybe, but like 20 turn game or 15 turn.
Well, it's just
never-
20 turn is always the standard.
Yeah,
Because
that is
it
understandable.
takes around, an hour.
Yeah.
And, like, anytime you go to 25, everyone's like, I don't want to be here for, like, 2 hours. Or I don't want to be here for, like, that. Because an hour is a perfect amount of time.
Mhm.
But some boards, it does not work as well. And Peach's birthday cake is already a terrible level.
Well, I think in comparison to when you have other boards where like for 20 coins more, you can just straight up steal a star from someone, any choice. Like you don't have to rely on them landing on it.
And
30 coins for instead of like a power up or something that could actually benefit you, especially on the stage that like constantly steals your coins. Like there's no way around it.
yeah, barely.
It just
Unless you
doesn't-
get a warp block.
Or you land on the event space.
Yeah. But
I didn't have my coins stolen.
But getting back to like local play, that's also kind of a feeling. Like that's a unique feeling. Like Mario Party especially, it has an online, but I feel like with that game in particular, a lot of the feeling gets drawn out. Not drawn out. It gets taken away when it's online and you're not with your friends because a lot of the spite, anger, hatred, joy, sadism is just it's only there if you're there in person.
By the way, sadism only applies to him.
I'm evil.
Now I'll be evil too, because again, I will look you dead in the eyes. First dice block.
But again,
you're gonna
miss-
land on that
yeah.
Hauser space, whether you like it or not.
But you miss out on that with online.
You do.
Because, like, I always like playing Mario Party. Because I think it's fun with friends.
Mhm.
But the online, like, I've always wanted to be like, hey, you guys want to play Mario Party tonight or something? But I'm like, the online sucks. And there's such a different vibe to being with your friends. And, looking them dead in the eye and be like, hey, I'm going to steal your star real quick.
Well, I think even games like Jackbox as well, that like you need to connect to an online server for them to even work. It still isn't the same when like you play over long distance versus in person. You can see everyone's reactions to the funny thing you just made.
Like,
and,
yeah.
like champed up.
Okay, like, turd maxing Zangief would not have been as funny if it was online.
Yeah. Also, just not seeing the face. Like you can set up a Zoom call, but it's not the same as like looking over, seeing both of the faces
Yeah.
versus having to split your eyes for 2 different screens and hope they're looking in the camera as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's not the same.
It's never the same, and I think going to like our concluding points a little bit because we're about to we're reaching that mark a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like with couch co-op in particular, I think developers should make an attempt to try and lean towards it more because it's a beautiful thing and it's so
beautiful.
it's so good. It's like you said, seeing the reactions and the expressions of your friends is something that like you can only get by being there in person.
Yeah, I would not be as angry like playing Castle Crashers online than in person when someone steals a food item that I needed to heal myself. That or like any beat 'em up.
Yeah, exactly.
There will be punches thrown if you steal the last piece of food while I'm the lowest health and you're at max.
Yeah,
I will
And-
jump you in real life.
yeah, and that's the thing because it's like when you're playing co-op, there's this like unworded understanding.
You're good. You're good.
There's like unspoken rule of like no matter how mad you get in the moment, you're still like you can tell it's all fun and games. With online, when you can't see a person's face and no one can hear their voice, that's a lot harder to do.
I think like
Like-
hand signals too helps.
Yeah, exactly.
helps a lot.
Yes,
Like
that
I was
as
playing a
well.
game called Kiwi with my friend Logan a while ago. It was a couch co-op game where you controlled two little kiwi birds to do like little puzzle solving
Yeah.
and stuff for each level. And it was a lot of fun because like we'd be communicating back and forth like, okay, I'm gonna go to the right side of the screen, you go to the left. I'm gonna get that one item there. Like it was just fun. Like even though we like had a janky setup because there was one time I forgot my Switch dock, so I screen recorded with my iPhone and then AirPlayed on the TV. Even with the input lag there, it was still so much more fun than anything we could have had online.
And the thing is too, like for Smash for example.
Mhm.
Like we just recently did a Smashdown thing. This guy was he was guy, which meant he was a sadistic piece of shit the entire time. But even then, I'm not like mad about it. I'm not. I mean, in the moment, I was mad. Obviously.
I was about to say,
Yeah, bro, you get a little heated.
in the moment, I was mad because stuff.
stuff.
There's a whole
That is
list.
one way to put it. Stuff.
Whole list that will take us like 20 minutes to get through. But because we're still hanging out and stuff like that, I'm not gonna
Yeah, it's
hold a grudge. I mean, it's simple.
it's not personal. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
it's just fun and games, which is all it is in the end. Yeah.
But like, it's hard to tell that stuff like when you're online again because you cannot see a person's face, you can't see their facial expressions, and you can't do any of that stuff.
And it's
Yeah.
much less fun.
It's so much less fun.
It's really funny when you kill your friend at like 30 with a Game & Watch side B, and you can see their sour expression on their face.
Exactly.
Nah, kill him at 0, dog. That shit's powerful.
Or down smash, forward smash.
with
Game
Game
&
Watch.
Watch,
yeah.
Or up B out of shield into down air 9 times in a row.
That or who's the one guy you went to Street Fighter 3? Like Hayao? Like, Mr. Gonna split on you, do a split in front of the
Yeah.
camera.
Yes!
Evo Moment 38, yes.
Yeah, jumps up in front of the camera.
Let me break it down for you.
Yeah, because pop-ups will not hit the same when you're screaming into a mic versus, like, let's see. Ah, you're garbage! You suck at this game! Oh my god, how'd you get hit by that? That was frame 20, you're garbage!
And then someone throws a crab at you.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Or better yet, the chair. Ah!
Oh my god. But with that being said, guys.
POV, I'm hungry box.
With that being said, guys, this has been our episode on Couch Co-op and Local Play. If you like this kind of content and want more of it, please hit the like and subscribe button and comment down below what your favorite Couch Co-op / Local Play game is to play.
Maybe comment too on your memory of punching your friend because he hit you with a blue shell in Mario Kart.
But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. We've been Fetch Quest, and this is our episode on Local Play. See you later.
Bye, everybody.